Hello everyone, my name is Mike Burnfire, and I have a secret to confide in you. You see, I'm kind of old. I grew up in a time where video games were still in their infancy, back when computers operated with dial-up modems, dot matrix printers, and floppy disks. Not just the hard floppy disks, but the floppy disks. The video games of my youth are nothing compared to what we see today. Some of these games I still have a bit of fond nostalgia for, and there's probably a few of them at least that stand the test of time, right? I have no idea, which is why I'm going to go back and play some of the earliest PC games I can remember playing. I'm taking you back to the days of MS-DOS. And the very first video game that I can remember playing... Word Munchers. You are a small green creature running around the board eating words that rhyme with bell. Well, not necessarily rhyme, but have the same vowel sound, like them, and help. And that's basically the entire game. Gotta watch out, these guys can be really vicious. Oh no, whoa, careful, careful. You wouldn't want to get eaten by these things, it's pretty horrible. Whoa, 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 whoa. I was so enthralled with this concept of the video game that I had to play more. And luckily, my family would get their very own home computer with a wide variety of games for me to play. All of them equally as entertaining as they were educating. Reader Rabbit 2 was a collection of 4 distinct minigames. You've got the Hoedown minigame, where you sort characters in alphabetical order, and then they do a happy little dance. There's also the fish catching minigame, where you catch all of the fish that have the correct vowel sound tattooed on the side of their body. There is also the mining minigame, where you select the correct option to complete the compound word. And then a proper rhyming minigame. And that's it. That's the entirety of Reader Rabbit 2. Who wants to go into space? With math equations. Gotta find the sum to build your rocket. Absolutely, we'll go ahead and do that. We're doing it. We're building a spaceship. Oh, I'm so good at basic elementary math. See you nerds later, I'm heading to Mars. But that was just one of the 4 activities you can do in this game. Who could forget about this? It's pretty much a different coat of paint for the exact same activity. Oh, here comes phase 2. This is where it gets trickier because you gotta use your jetpack. That's right, you get a jetpack now. Look at that. I get to fly around with a jetpack. Hey kid, you wanna play a math game? No. You wanna play a game where you fly around with a jetpack? Heck yeah! We're gonna move on to Trash Zapper, everyone's favorite. Yeah, we're finding the missing add end. Yeah, we're not trying to find the sum. We're finding the add end. Yeah, it's different. A little more tricky. And now we're getting rewarded by zapping trash in space. Look out, Trash. Oh, you're gonna get so zapped. Oh no, I missed that one. Ah, a bag of chips got past me. Damn. Number recycler. Let's see here. 3 plus 3 equals 6. Yeah, 2 plus 2 equals 4, that's correct. Oh, we're so good at this. We're gonna be done in no time. There we go. 12 is equal to 12 is equal to 12. What do you say? No? You sure? I'm pretty sure that's correct. It's a true statement. Come on, give this to me. Alright, this game sucks. I'm moving on. There's a bunch of sentient letters loose in Donald Duck's house. He's so angry about it. He needs your help to catch these letters. Yeah, we hit the letter A, and you're gonna grab that letter A. Eventually, you'll get to him. You got him, yeah! Now get the rest of them. If I had to pick my favorite thing about this game, it would probably be beating the kitchen level. Because Donald Duck sings for you. And then gives up halfway through. He is done with this. But this was not the only Mickey Mouse and Friends game that taught me letters. No! There was also... Welcome to Mickey Mouse's house, which inexplicably has a fireman's pole running through his bedroom. Oh yeah, it's juice time.
Gosh, that's swell.
Mickey, your flower's not doing so great. Here, I'll press the F button so you water your flower.
F, as in the fair.
I guess we're gonna leave that flower behind to die. Very well. No more juice here at the fair, but we do have jelly.
J,
Oh, it's so tasty. Oh, it's so good. But what is the one thing you absolutely have to do every time you go to the county fair? That's right. It's the zucchini growing contest.
On your mark,
Goofy's got a gun, look out!
get set, go!
Oh, mine grew faster.
Congratulations.
Oh, Donald Duck just lost. How's he gonna react? Man, he's not as angry as I thought he was going to be. I suppose those medications are working.
ladder.
Ah, Mickey climbs up and down a ladder. I bet you if I hit A, he's gonna get an apple from the top of that tree. Or an airplane will zoom by. Yes, everyone's favorite activity at the county fair, dodging low-flying aircraft. So yeah, a very simple game, but one that I will never forget. Mostly because I found out that Mickey's mirror is possessed by Satan. Okay, that's enough Mickey's ABCs. We've got a different Mickey game to play. I remember playing this game way too much back in the day. You give Mickey commands and build a story. And what's the first thing Mickey Mouse does when he wakes up in the morning? The same thing any of us do.
Mickey woke up and ran to the bathroom.
Mickey had too much to drink last night. You'll notice that Mickey Mouse has remodeled. There's no longer a fireman's pole running from his bedroom to his kitchen. This was at the behest of his doctor, who informed him that he might be having an unhealthy relationship with food. Ah, look at that callback. That flower is still dead because I haven't watered it. And I never will.
He telephoned for pizza.
Mickey Mouse is gonna have a very unhealthy lifestyle if I have anything to say about it.
Here's your pizza. Enjoy.
Who let you? No one said you could come into my house. You're not getting a tip for that. It's Donald Duck. We're gonna go to, I don't know, the beach or something.
Very interesting.
I think it's time to max out Mickey Mouse's credit card.
I'd like to order a vacuum, please. We'll ship that out to you right away, sir. Golly, thanks. Thanks for calling. Goodbye.
Then Mickey went to the beach and had dinner. You're gonna love what I packed us. It's pixels. What a great story! I think we should print it on our dot matrix printer.
The printer might be off, disconnected,
Or outdated by 3 decades. Thank you, Mickey. Between this game and the previous ones, I feel like I have mastered the English language. But can you help me learn about other subjects? There we go, colors and shapes. I haven't studied those yet. I can't wait to see what 4 mini-games you have for me. There's only 3 mini-games this time around. Very well. Mickey, there's a yellow square there. Juggle that.
you pressed yellow.
Swell.
For some reason, Minnie Mouse is upset that I was juggling. Or maybe I didn't juggle enough. Well, the crowd seems happy enough. Activity number 2.
Aha!
This window is a circle.
Let's wrap things up. Minigame number 3.
Can you help Mickey find the animal hiding in this picture? This pumpkin is red.
Some of you might say, no, the pumpkin is orange. But I'll have you know that Mickey Mouse says it's red. And if Mickey says it's red, that's good enough for me.
In you go, fella.
Back to dog storage. Why don't we move on to a game that people will actually admit they played? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? If you've never heard about this game, you're basically chasing down an international crime organization. You flew off in a plane with a blue and white flag on its wing. Oh, blue and white flag. San Marino seems to be in Greece, so we'll go there, I think. Oh, we see a bad guy. We must be on the right track. He took off in a plane with a red, white, and black flag on its wing. Egypt, maybe? And he had red hair. Ah, write that down, write that down. We've got a warrant for his arrest now. Just gotta track him down. Baghdad, Egypt. That's the only place that has a red, black, and white flag. He asked about swimming conditions in the Barents Sea. Oh, so swimming is his activity. Let me go ahead and fix that. Yeah, he doesn't much care about croquet. Yeah, there we go. Swimming. Wait, so it's not swimming. Okay. Never mind, never mind. Look at that. The Eiffel Tower in all of its pixelated greatness. I found the criminal. There they go. Yeah, we got him. It's two kids in a trench coat, but we got him. We did it, everyone. We caught Vivi from Final Fantasy IX. I knew he was the culprit all along. Good job, Mike. You have earned a promotion. But before you're promoted, you have to unravel one more clue. The main export of Belize is heroin. No, that's incorrect. Man, don't you just hate it when your pay raise and promotion are withheld because you didn't know the main export of Belize? No, I didn't get promoted. That was not correct. And also, I got kicked out of the game. I didn't want to play anymore anyway. We've got much better games to play. The Super Solvers series. Alright, we're gonna go around and catch some elves in our net. I'm thinking of something that goes, like a plane, a bike, and a car. But if it's not in water, it will not go very far. What is it? Probably a boat. Another elf! When the sun came out, the snowman melted. Tall, round signs. We found the key. We can now go up to the next level. Yay! We put the key in the tree and go up to level 2. Why does the tree need a key, you ask? To which I respond, shut up, I'm playing a video game right now. Yeah, oh, this sounds evil. Yeah, we're coming for you. Hey, Master of Mischief. I'm gonna open up your treasure chest with your magic wand. Yeah. Oh, you're so angry that I got those treasures. And now I'm gonna take one as a souvenir. See you later, loser. So yeah, we got one small reward for doing that. We got one small puppy. But if you do it over and over and over again, you get more treasures added to your storeroom. Oh, so many treasures. It'll keep on going. Yes, go up the mountain, get more treasures. It never ends. Over and over and over. Fill up your treasure room. And I did this so many times as a kid. I filled up my entire treasure stash. But we're not going to do that. Midnight Rescue is my favorite Super Solvers game. You're armed with just your wits and a camera. Oh, it's Buffo. I found Buffo. We're gonna explore the school. Ah, yes, your school has a film... Oh, God! Yes, your school has a film station, doesn't it? Every school that's worth its weight in salt has a film station. I found a clue in the art room. Let me solve this clue. It's all about reading comprehension. Alright, we're just gonna skim through this a little bit. Yeah, I didn't actually read that, I just guessed. But it works for me. Let's check our notes. Do we have enough clues to solve this riddle? Buffo has a box and is thirsty, so he could very well be the culprit. Pogo does not have a box. I have decided it's not Pogo. I bet you Rolo is the Master of Mischief. Just look at him, he's got an eye patch, and that makes him evil. It's gotta be him. I accuse you of being the Master of Mischief! He threw paint at me. I got Splatoon. Ow, my ears. The school has disappeared. It's supposed to be the bad ending, but I think a lot of kids are cheering right now. Outnumbered! So it's pretty much the exact same game. But instead of learning reading comprehension, you're learning math. Looking for clues in here. Any clues in this room here? Oh. How many total weeks have these two songs been on the Great 8 chart? 129. Yay! Oh God, watch out for that thing. It's horrifying. So let's say this game isn't your cup of tea, but you still would like to play a Super Solvers game that teaches you math. Don't worry, we're heading back to Treasure Mountain, only this time, it's Treasure Math Storm. The Master of Mischief has invented a magical machine that can change the weather. Master of Mischief, that's against the Geneva Convention. You, the Super Seeker, can heat things up? I thought I was a Super Solver. Well, sure enough, you have changed Treasure Mountain into Treasure Math Storm. Let's go solve some math problems. Oh yeah, we're back in Treasure Mountain having a good time, and we can skate around. It's so much faster. But the tree that I climb is down. I'll have to find a different way to ascend the tower. Oh, right here. Yeah, we'll use some ice picks. Well, I can still catch elves. And now they give me math problems. I'm out of nets, though. I'll have to go to the store. Yes, 3 nets, my good man. You want exact change? Very well. Also, whatever that is, give me that. I think I might need that. Oh, you have to balance the scales. It's another addition game. 2 plus 3 equals 5. How many gems? Looks like 14 to me. That's not even math, that's just counting. I'm coming for you, Master of Mischief. Your days as an eco-terrorist are numbered. That's right, I found more presents to put in this chest. I'm taking one for myself, and I'm leaving. I didn't really interact with the Master of Mischief at all. I got a balloon that time. That's 2 treasures down, 448 to go. And I know that because I used math. It's at this point that you're probably asking yourself if I played any games that weren't strictly educational. And yeah, I did. What's with the accusing tone? Welcome to King's Quest IV, The Perils of Rosella. It's quite a big world out there, full of many perils, hence the name. Why don't we just head north from here? Check out this rock, maybe? Yeah, I never beat this game as a kid. But in all honesty, this game is kind of beautiful, and it was pretty adventurous. At least it was in 1988. You'll be walking along and you'll find a pretty cool location and you'll say, whoa, what's that? What's that down there? Look under bridge. I did a thing! I'm 1 step closer to beating the game. Look, a flutist! Offer gold ball. Pan does not give a shit. Aha! A fisherman's shack. Surely he would be interested in a trade. Give ball. They shrug and shake their heads. You don't know what to do with a golden ball, really? I suppose, who would you trade it to, right? Somebody must want to take this golden ball off my hands. Excuse me, sir, would you like to buy a golden ball? Oh wait, no, he's going to eat me. He's a giant and he's going to eat me. Guess I'm dead. Yeah, King's Quest IV is just as bad as I remember it. But let's try a game that I fondly remember. Welcome to the world of DuckTales. You have 30 days to find as much treasure as you can. And look at these titles. Emerald Isle, Monte Dumas, What's a Matterhorn? Those aren't real places. I'm learning nothing about geography. And not only is there a minigame when I get to that destination, I have to play a minigame to get there. Oh no. I'm not very good at it. It's very difficult. Alright, minigame number 1, mountain climbing. Oh, Magica dispelled. Knocked me off and, okay, well, Huey is dead, but it's okay because that's why Uncle Scrooge has 2 other nephews. They're an insurance policy. Oh, yeah. Watch out, the guy's shooting! Oh, I got shot by a guy with a slingshot, I think. Well, take 3. Oh, God. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, okay. The nature photography minigame. Much less stressful. Yes, this sounds good. That's a regular monkey, don't want that. That's a gorilla. Nope. Monkey wrench. Damn. I got pretty close to perfect there. Jungle Survival, the 3rd minigame. Oh, it's actually so much more treacherous than it looks. Okay. Gotta pass. There we go. He's asleep. Oh no, monkey with a coconut. Whew, dodged it. Yeah, this This section's pretty bad, too. Well, now is a good time to show off the fourth and final activity, cave exploring. Not very good at it. Green slime means there's a hole nearby, and I could just be unlucky enough to fall right in. Son of a bitch. So yeah, 4 minigames. Not many of them good. But back then, how was I to know? But here's a game that's a timeless classic. If you've played this game before, you'll probably remember it. It's hard to forget. This game is worth playing just to watch the battle animations play out. Even when you lose a character, you don't feel too bad about it, because you get to watch him die in an incredible way. You've probably even got your favorite death animations.
'Tis but a scratch.
A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it isn't. I've heard worse.
You liar.
Come on, you pansy. How about you? Right, I'll do you for that.
What are you gonna do, bleed on me?
All right, we'll call it a draw.
Uh-oh, here comes the rook. Oh, the rook defeating the queen is a brutal animation. But let's just say, theoretically, we're not in the mood to play chess, or maybe we're not very good at it. Perhaps card games are more your speed. I remember my mom enjoyed this game, and it caught my attention too. You can play any 6 of these card games, and I have no idea how to play gin rummy, cribbage, or Klondike, but Hearts, Old Maid, and Crazy Eights were my jam. And you even get to choose your 3 opponents, including Leisure Suit Larry, King Graham of Daventry, and Rosella. Didn't I just see you fall off a cliff and die? And if you have no idea how to play card games, Old Maid is a great place to start, because it's a game that basically plays itself. All you need to do is not be the one holding the Old Maid card when the game is done. Ah, looks like the dog is the Old Maid. Oh no, I'm a human! No, I need to do taxes! Old Maid is great, but Hearts is the one I remember most fondly. It's what separates the boys from the men. But I'm not gonna bother teaching you how to play Hearts, because I got a bunch of other games I want to get through. Still, it is nice that, if you take too long to finish your turn, they have ambient conversation lines they say to each other. Haha, fun stuff. Long before the days of Roller Coaster Tycoon, we had Disney's Coaster. Now this software is kind of primitive. It's got a number of limitations, like, as far as I can tell, not being able to go back and edit a section of track without deleting everything after it. And building a simple steel roller coaster is the only thing you can do. There's no other specialty types of coaster, and there's no other thrill rides or anything. It's just one type of roller coaster. Yes, I believe it's coming along nicely. Alright, let's go ride this in 3D mode. Alright! Pretty sure I used the correct lift track. Not sure what's going on. Alright, we'll just load a pre-built track. Oh yeah, it's like Microsoft Flight Simulator. Except I'm on a very specific track, and I'm not allowed to deviate. Still, it's pretty cool to be able to ride the roller coaster that you built, theoretically, if you built it and didn't load a pre-built track. We even get feedback on the ride, from a bunch of people whose opinions mean nothing to me. Oh, I'm sorry, was the ride not intense enough for you? Let's try it again. And this time I'll have the thrust enabled the entire time. Yeah, we got rocket engines strapped to this golf cart. You like those G's? You like all the G's? Hope you weren't too attached to your vertebra, because they're shattered. Hey, you all survived. I'm honestly surprised. But the era of MS-DOS wouldn't last forever, and eventually, computers would get better and play even more complex games. They would even come with a number of games with them by default, including Minesweeper, Solitaire, Rodent's Revenge, and everybody's favorite, Ski Free. Truly, we were in a brand new era of video games. But I couldn't help myself. I had to keep playing edutainment. It's the Word Munchers sequel I didn't even know I wanted. Troggle Trouble. Alright, we gotta go rescue that Word Muncher. He's around here somewhere. Those evil Troggles have kidnapped him. But don't worry, the dog Sparky is on the case. Let's do some math problems. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, I'm being chased by 4 Troggles. 40 minus 36. Yay! There's the shed I've been looking for. 6 minus 2 is 4. 8 minus 2 is 6. 4 minus 2 is 2. So yeah, that's basically the entirety of what you do in this game. Oh boy. I have no idea how many there are, but there's a lot of them. 5 plus 6.
Hey, you don't have any more Sparky treats. I'm gonna have to bring my dog home.
Man, how is that even fair? That's not even math. That's guessing how many jelly beans are in the jar. There's a much better game about being eaten by monsters. Put on your red and blue 3D goggles, it's time to go to 3D Dinosaur Land. What kid doesn't love dinosaurs? And what kid wouldn't want to visit some kind of dinosaur-themed theme park? Let's go on Dinosaur Safari.
Click on the dinosaur that had a mouth like a crocodile's and may have caught fish the same way bears do.
The Tyrannosaurus, maybe?
Keep looking.
This isn't a safari, this is dinosaur scrapbooking!
Which reptile is this a part of?
Okay, no, we're not playing this game, that's dumb. Aw yeah, we're looking at these dinosaur exhibits. It's in 3D if you got the 3D glasses on. So yeah, we're basically rotating around this one exhibit, and that was it. That was the entire activity. We've played a lot of awful games here with Dinosaur Adventure 3D, but there's one in particular that I remember that I haven't found yet. Because it turns out there are multiple versions of this game and I didn't have the correct version. But this is the activity I remember doing the most. Saving the dinosaurs. It's basically a minigame where you memorize what time period each dinosaur lived in. And surprise, surprise, the Tyrannosaurus Rex is not in the Jurassic period. He is in the Cretaceous period. You've all been misled by Jurassic Park. But who could forget such iconic lines like,
Hurry! Save Coelophysis!
and let's not forget about these enemies that are chasing you.
Ah! I'm Dromaeosaurus, a cousin of Velociraptor, and just as mean.
It's such a nail-biting experience. Will you be able to save all the dinosaurs? Spoiler alert, you cannot bring them back to life. They've been dead for millions of years and they'll stay that way. Let's move on to SimCity 2000. Many of us have happy memories of building up our own individual cities, filled with districts, residential, industrial, and commercial. There never seemed to be enough power from the power plants, and there never seemed to be enough water being pumped by the water pumps. No matter how well you planned your city, it always seemed as if the traffic got out of control. Also, my power plants keep on exploding, and I'm not entirely sure why. It's possible that the water pumps aren't pumping enough water to them, and they're not cooling down fast enough. Or maybe they're just too old? Maybe I've got domestic terrorists that are blowing up my power plants because I don't have enough police? So many good memories trying to manage this ball of chaos. It was fun for about an hour, and then I would inevitably get bored and unleash every natural disaster at once, burning the city to a pile of rubble. Yes, I thought SimCity was amusing, but I couldn't really get into it. I was more of a SimTown kind of guy. Yeah, the people who are playing SimCity can't see the trees amongst the forest. They're too busy looking at the big picture. I like to get down and dirty and talk to each individual member of my township, making sure they're all employed and keeping track on each person, one at a time. SimTown is a lot like SimCity, except it feels a lot more intimate. And you're not building districts, you're building individual buildings one at a time. Buildings that have little Easter eggs that you can interact with. If you don't believe pineapple belongs on pizza, you can make that change yourself. And take a look at that mannequin in the clothing store. It's so much more personable. But going back to it, I gotta say, it's not really a challenge. It's fun to play around in, of course, but it's really not all that difficult. Just make sure that your natural resources are being replenished, make sure that the number of people in your town is equal to the number of jobs, and make sure everyone's got a nice, safe place to live. But what if managing your own township is still a bit too daunting? Well, don't worry, there's also Sim Farm. It doesn't get more quaint than this. Just a small homestead, planting a few fields of crops and making sure they get harvested on time. A lot of your crop management is automated, actually. You do have to micromanage fertilizing and herbicides and pesticides, and making sure your fields aren't being flooded. But when it's harvest time, your fields will naturally be harvested and replanted. So you can spend more time doing what you really enjoy, building a pen for your animals, until they inevitably run out of food and water and break down your fence, eating all your crops. But I found Sim Farm to be a very relaxing game. The music is very peaceful and simple. I definitely understand why the farming simulator genre has blossomed so much in the last few years, because it was great even back then. You know, for about an hour or two, until you get bored and unleash all the natural disasters at once. It's a bit less satisfying compared to SimCity, because the natural disasters are pretty easy to ignore in this game. Again, I didn't feel like this was much of a challenge, but still, having my own farm felt nice. But maybe staying in one spot isn't something that appeals to you. Maybe you seek more of a nomadic lifestyle. If that's the case, then I know of a game for you. Even if you have never played Oregon Trail, you know of it, and it's had plenty of sequels over the years. But I grew up with Oregon Trail 2. Gather your resources and head out on the western front of America, seeking a better life for yourself. It has all the essentials, such as caulking your wagon to float across a river, only to capsize and lose a bunch of bacon, and breaking a wagon axle, only to realize that you didn't bring a spare, and now you're just kinda stranded. And who could forget dying of random ailments, such as dysentery, drowning, or just because you didn't feel like living anymore. And if you're having trouble navigating, why not speak to some of the random people you meet along the way? I'm sure they've got a bunch of great advice.
I didn't know the whooping cough, measles, or smallpox until your people brought them to us. I just want you to leave us alone.
Yes, this is quite the dangerous journey. Not only are there a lot of lethal hazards along the way, but it's quite easy to get turned around if you select the wrong route. But don't forget, if you ever run out of food, you can always go hunting. Ah, yes, hunting. That's quite a delicious ecosystem you have there. It's most likely that your party will suffer some casualties along the way, and the journey will be fraught with hardship, but it will all be worth it once you reach your destination. We've done it! We've made it to Utah! How did we get to Utah? Screw it! We're setting down roots here. We're living in Utah now. I'm not going back out there. Honestly, this game's not that bad, and you get to see a bunch of landmarks along the way, so I guess this is technically educational. But perhaps traveling by wagon is a bit too slow for you, and perhaps you'd rather do the killing yourself instead of being killed. I think I know just what you're looking for.
Are you ready for a marvel of virtual reality?
Megarace! I honestly have no idea how many people have played Megarace, but I could never forget it. It's kind of scary. You drive around a racetrack, you shoot enemy gang cars until they're all dead, or until you've gone 3 laps and you're done. The racing tracks themselves are pretty awesome to look at though. Very futuristic, they can take you on many different turns, not just horizontal, but also vertical. Doing loops and twists, it's kind of crazy and fun. And you have multiple different cars you can drive, and once you've killed an enemy boss leader, you can drive their car instead. Each one having their own different dashboard. And every time you complete a race, by killing several people, you get treated to an advertisement. It's hard to forget some of the weird things they were advertising.
Covers for your car seats. A genuine Scottish accent tested by a qualified Scotsman. A second pair of arms. A book. Don't worry, it's a fake. You were scared for a moment there, right? What a gag.
It's really not the racing I remember most about this game. Although I never was the best at it, you have a limited amount of ammunition in your vehicle, and very limited opportunities to replenish it. So, you shoot through the first few waves of cars, and then you end up just trying to smash the other one until it's destroyed. But no, it's really the game show host I can't forget.
Fact is, you're starting to smell like a loser, baby. Say goodbye to your friends.
This Colin Mockery-looking game show host weirdo who talks about the way you kill people with such charming enthusiasm.
And as I always say at this point in the show, have a nice death, baby.
As much fun as participating in a death race was, I still was a kid, and I still had to go to school. But my high school had computers too, and there was one thing we all enjoyed doing with those computers: watching the hamster dance. But when we weren't listening to spitting, dancing rodents, we were playing The Incredible Machine. Many a good time was had learning about the physicality of various objects and how they would interact with each other. You would start off simple enough, just figuring out how balls bounced, but it was only a matter of time until you were building some giant Rube Goldberg-esque contraption. It was such a fun time killer as we waited for the first bell to ring. But if you were worried that perhaps my loyalties to Disney were faltering, rest assured they were still reaching out to me with Timon and Pumbaa's Jungle Games. Yes, The Lion King was quite popular in those days, and so were Timon and Pumbaa, who got their own TV show spin-off, as well as a PC game. Well, a collection of 4 minigames, actually. There was Space Invaders, except the aliens were replaced with bugs. Jungle Pinball, which is just a level of pinball. A carnival shooting game. And Frogger. Personally, I thought the Frogger knockoff was the most fun of the 4. But as a kid, I also thought eating paper was a fun activity, so take that with a grain of salt. So these were the various PC games that I played during my youth. Are any of them still good? Would I recommend any of them today? Well, a lot of these games are educational and for kids, and to that extent, they still serve their purpose. The ones that are based on card games and chess are timeless, because card games and chess are always great. Most of these games are fun for an hour, but they're also relics of their time. SimCity 2000 wasn't the last city-building simulator. SimFarm wasn't the last farming simulator. Oregon Trail has had a lot of sequels and spiritual sequels and parodies over the years. And if you have an itch to return to The Incredible Machine, there are games out there that will satiate that itch. But those new games didn't exist back then, so I was stuck playing the ones I had. And even though some of them are pretty bad looking back on it, some of them were pretty good. Bit of a mixed bag. But this is where my PC gaming started to slow down and go on a hiatus, because I found a new way to have fun. And its name was Nintendo.